Okay, here we go. I'm back. I'm back. Hi, everybody. And it is your favorite girl. It's Auntie. And I am here with another episode of Auntie Say It Isn't So, Say It Isn't So. These are just some things I need to talk about, okay? All right. This Auntie Say It Isn't So is dedicated to Brittany and Yazan. It appears that Brittany's dad, Greg, has decided to create an Instagram page and came straight for Yazan's neck, bitch. Okay. So, if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the channel and the family. To all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. So anyway, y'all, I was reading this. No, one of my subscribers hit me up and was like, "Auntie, you got to see this." And I was like, "Okay, now if you say I got to see it, then I got to see it." And so I decided to go out and look at the information that they provided to me, and I was shocked. Like, I was shocked. Now, for all of you all who have been following 90 Day Fiancé, since last season, you met a couple by the name of Brittany and Yazan. And thank you so much for the super chat. I think that is Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. Love you too. That's so pretty. The little red heart and that little blue on that blue background. Thank you. We know that the two of them have just been, a hot mess. Allegedly, Brittany was married before, while she was dating Yazan and all this kind of crap. And it seems like the lid is coming up off of this, right? So anyway, I'm going to read this Instagram post from Brittany's father, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what I saw in an interview with Yazan and his two brothers, and then we're going to unpack it. Okay, so the Instagram article or the post from the dad, his Instagram handle is 90 Days of Greg, okay, on Instagram. And so he wrote this particular Instagram to Yazan. So he says, Yazan, I find it comical how you have nothing good to say about my daughter when you cheated on her constantly. Now, so like I said, when I saw that, from the dad, like it blew the roof off, okay? Like seriously, cheated? What do you mean? Yazan has made himself appear to be this very fine religious man, and that he couldn't, have any kind of relations with Brittany whatsoever, that they had to stay in separate homes, that he lost all his family goods and all that kind of stuff. Like, it just, like, he portrayed himself as just a total victim to this, American vixen. All right. He indicated that his family was going through and they was mad at him and all this all kind of crap. Like, he really played the ultimate victim. To see the father come out and indicate that he was cheating on Brittany several times, to see the episode go off, and then all of a sudden, allegedly, Yazan is coming out on Instagram and other social media platforms indicating that he got a girlfriend. Daddy don't seem to be too far off. But anyway, let's continue reading. The dad says, she has never said a word. You have stolen money from her. She has never said a word. You have been violent towards her. And she has never said a word. She has loved you even to protect you now. But I don't owe you any loyalty. And you don't deserve any from Brittany. You are a useless man and have been one since I met you. That's why I did not approve of you in the end. Yazan, and he says his last name, you owe my family more than $7,000. And you say my daughter used you? You asked her to lie about you, not knowing she was married, to protect you from your grandfather. Was that some tea that he just dropped? Let me read that again for all the people in the back. Daddy indicated you asked her to lie about you not knowing she was married to protect you from your grandfather. It was really a scheme to paint her as a liar. You had been trying to get to America since you met my family. Let me sit my black ass up. Let's start telling the truth. I paid for her flights because you promised to, but instead spent the money drinking and partying with your boyfriend, Mohammed. Daddy, Daddy, Big Daddy, what do you mean boyfriend? Do you mean a friend that's a boy? Or do you mean like a boy toy boyfriend type situation? Daddy? Big Daddy, you're going to have to clear that up for us. We don't know what you're talking about, Daddy. We can only speculate. But Daddy. Yes, Tamika, we need clarification on that. And you promised to pay me back and never have done so. Daddy. Daddy indicated that he was spending the money on his boyfriend. Daddy also indicated, Big Daddy, okay, because at this point Greg is Big Daddy. Big Daddy has spoken and said that this was all a lie. That Yazan knew that she was married. So if this being the case, then that would mean that this whole thing was a lie. That they acted from day A, which don't make Brittany no better. Because here's the thing. People can only paint you the way you present yourself. Now, that ain't to excuse Yazan's behavior, because he's a liar too. And this all seems to be a hot ass mess. Now, Daddy indicated that he brought all the tickets and that he didn't approve of him from the giddy up at the end, he says. But Daddy, if all of this was fake and all of this was phony, what's there to approve of? If you already in on the game, you said that you spent all of this money for her to go and you paid for the flights. So that means that there was something about him that you saw. Or was this your investment in her career? See, because it appears that Brittany, if what you're saying is true, Daddy, then it appears that Brittany was in on the game and so were you. See, it's okay as long as it's going the way that you want it to go. But then when it doesn't go the way that you want it to go, y'all start throwing mud and shade on out here. So, Daddy, if you want to hit me up on my Sally, you go ahead on and do that, because I would love to speak with you. Matter of fact, hit me up in the DMs. I know you new to Instagram, but I know that the women have already showed you how to use a DM since they were so happy that you came on. But Daddy, I need you to clear up this boyfriend thing. Now, I watched Yazan, right, when we were watching the episode, when we were watching the season, when we were all into it and we were like glued to the screen. I watched how he interacted with her when he picked her up the first time from the airport and she had that drink, and how he was in the car in close proximity, and yet he had his hand up in her face. And so that just kind of that just kind of struck me as just a little bit too much. Like, I don't know whether or not I would have reacted with a flick of the wrist or a flick of the fist, okay? I don't know. But Brittany settled down and came into herself. And so at that time, I had mentioned in one of my many reviews, if you are new here, please don't fail to go back and look at, well, before you look back at the videos, hit that subscribe button. But anyway, I noticed that she flinched. And I noticed that, this appeared to be something that she had become accustomed to. Now, I don't know, I've heard many rumors about how some men treat their women, okay? And I don't know if that was the case. But I actually saw her flinch and I saw her bring herself in. And I just was like, them a little bit of tendencies right there. But then I had an opportunity to watch a video or a clip of a video that Yazan and his two brothers did. Now, the brother that had showed up on the show, I can't remember what his name was sitting at the table with Yazan, and they were being interviewed. So there was someone who was interpreting. No, it was not Adam, but there was someone who was interpreting the questions that came up on the screen. One of the questions that was asked is about his status with Brittany and all that kind of stuff. And Yazan at that time indicated in that video, which is a recent video, he indicated in that video that she was using him to be famous. Bitch, according to the daddy, you was lying and all in the game. And the thing about it is when you were dating Brittany, you already knew what was on her Instagram, and so did your family, before you even hit the screen. So was it your intention to make Brittany look bad? Was it your intention to use Brittany? And then Yazan, your brother was sitting up there. He was a brand new mofo. He was sitting up there with that cigarette and acting like he was straight gangster. And I was a bit taken aback because when we saw him on the show, that wasn't who he was. And then you look like you was toasted. You look like a burnt bagel. You was so toasted. And I was like, what have you been drinking or what have you been smoking? Because I'm going to tell you right now, we've even seen you on the show. One day you're straight, the next day you're not. One day your hair's, sitting up nice and pretty. The next time it's all disheveled. And I'm going to tell you right now, I kind of was thinking, what's going on with these highs and these lows? Because truly, you have been multiple people on the show. Was it some recreational things that you were doing? Anyway, y'all looked very recreational when I saw y'all on that video. And there have been rumors, allegedly, that y'all may be, doing some recreational things. I'm just asking. Don't know if it's the gym. Don't know what it is that makes you change or appear to be different or look a little shabby. But on that video, it appeared that was one of them nights. And then he talked about, not wanting to, get the K1 visa and all that kind of stuff. But the daddy said that you was trying to get it from the giddy up. But on the show, you made it appear that you lost everything. There was a question that was asked about Yazan's occupation, and he said that he works at the fish market. Well, guess what? When we were looking at the television show, 90 Day Fiancé, he acted as if he was a barber and that he had lost everything in all his relations with his family. So are we indicating now that because he broke up with Brittany, all those things were restored and everything went back to the way it was? Or was this a scheme the whole entire time? Was this a plan for all of you all to get on the show and become famous? I'm just asking the questions that everybody wants to know. See, because a lot of times when people go out there on their Instagram pages or different things like that, they kind of, be doing a little bit of, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. Oh my God, I love you on the show. Instead of asking those serious questions. And Auntie just wants to ask the questions that a lot of us just want to know. Were you after the green card like the father is saying? It just appears to me that all of them are a mess. I never believed that they were not knocking boots. Matter of fact, I mentioned it several times that I thought the two of them were knocking boots. Because what woman is going to constantly fly over to Jordan for a girl's trip? And Yazan's one of his brothers or his friends at the end of the video leaned in and told Brittany that she needed to shut them up. And the way he said it, I would have. I don't know about Brittany. But I would have taken it as a threat because the way that he did it, the way that he leaned back in it, the way that he said it, it almost felt like a threat. And I'm saying, what does Brittany need to shut the fuck up about? Matter of fact, we never even saw him doing the show. So was that Muhammad or was that a brother? Let me tell you something. The plot thickens with this relationship. Just when we think that they're gone, the plot continues to thicken, especially now that the father has actually gotten involved with this. Was it really a conspiracy to keep this information from the grandfather while the rest of the family were okay with Brittany coming over there? The mother didn't seem like it. She had her back to the camera the whole entire time. She was upset and wanted to know when they was going to get married. So how much did the mother and the father know? Or were they innocent in this? Did the father actually do all the things that appeared on the show? Or was this just a whole scheme from the beginning? You know, it really makes you question both of them. It makes you question what kind of relationship they really had with one another. It really, really does. Because I don't see why all of a sudden the father is coming out there swinging. I find it very suspicious. Are there some things that Yazan and his brother are saying that is hidden close to the chest or to the vest? Could a lot of what Yazan is saying be true? Let me read your comment. I saw a comment come up there. Where's my glasses at? Lord. What? Oh, they're on my head. If that was real at all, she'd have known more about the culture. And if her dad was being 100, he'd have made sure his daughter did some research before moving instead of grinning as she left. But here's the thing. Brittany never had any intention to move over there. Thank you for your comment, Bookie. She never had any intention on moving over there because Brittany didn't take enough luggage to be moving. Brittany never had the luggage. When you look at these people who are genuinely moving from one country to another country, they have oodles of noodles of luggage. Brittany had 2 pieces of luggage. Brittany was there for a vacation. It was absolutely and totally clear that Brittany had no intention of moving there. This was a vacation. Let's just be real about it. We gotta, I always keep telling y'all, we got to see what ain't being shown. We got to hear what ain't being said. Brittany had no intention of moving there. And this absolutely looks as if it all was a game. And now the players are mad. And it appears that Yazan has moved on. But it also appears that Brittany has. I really do believe that they was equal partners in all of this. And Daddy Greg, let me tell you something, boo. This life of 90 Day Fiancé can be a rough life. People will come at you from every corner. Daddy, just go on hit on and stay out of this. Keep yourself clean. Go ahead on and meet you some booze on here because the women went crazy when you were here. Y'all, and you and your family, drift back into oblivion, okay? Just go head on and do what y'all gonna do. Run your fish market. But the faking out like you was a barber and all that old kind of crap, you didn't even look comfortable with the place. You never look comfortable. And there's no way in the world your family being as religious as they are that they didn't already know that this stuff was going on with this girl. See, because when we first saw them come to the house, it seemed like your mama and your daddy was all on board for it. So if they were all on board for it and they knew that the family was yippity yapping and in the background, the mother and the father should not have been trying to even press you to get married. Because if that was the case, you won't marry. Brittany wasn't marriage material from the giddy up. Like who we fooling? But I do want to know why the daddy said that he was partying with his boyfriend Muhammad. I do want to know that. And what kind of money did he take? Daddy making a whole lot of accusations out here. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. Auntie, say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Is Brittany really this person? And is Yazan really this person? What's really going on in this relationship between the two of them? And why now is the father speaking out? Why now is the father going to Instagram and putting up these posts? Has the fire been turned up in their life? Okay. Did y'all see the video of Yazan and his brother and this other man on there, which I believe is Yazan's brother too? Did he make a threat? Did he? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you all so much for being here. I just had to bring that little bit of information to y'all. Y'all have a great night, and we will talk to each other soon. Love y'all.